What is up, awesome people? My name is ByNight, and welcome to the Stanley Parable.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on the keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
This is a really hilarious and awesome game that is essentially about the narrative tropes
were gone.
of
what could it mean?
Of video
Stanley
games.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, this guy keeps cutting me off. But yeah, so it's pretty much about the narrative tropes of video games that, like, you're pretty much told what to do in games. And you follow the order and you beat the game and it's fun, and that's how it pretty much it goes. But this game challenges that concept and asks the question, what would happen if video games were not the same and you could actually, like, not do what the game tells you to do?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So obviously the rebels that we are, we're gonna go through the door on the right. But yeah, so this is a really, really fun game. I played it when it first came out quite a bit.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
And so I played it a lot when it first came out, and then I haven't played it in a really long time, and I thought, you know what? This would be the perfect game to record right now, so that's what we're doing.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Ah, it's so gorgeous. Hey, look, there's a notepad here. There's no words on it, though. That is a disappointment.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
I'm not even looking at the chairs, I was looking at the soda. Please. Alright.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
And this is the reason why I love the game. This narrator is absolutely brilliant with his lines. So I can just stay in this room and...
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue.
And wait for more
But
dialogue,
when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Right. But yeah, so you can...
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room.
Stop cutting me off!
The first open door on his left to get back to business.
So we can take this door, get back, but no, we're gonna continue.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Haha! Do not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000. Alright, so if I jump off, it'll cost me $5,000 and death. Sounds awesome. Sounds great. Sounds great. Oh boy, man. I love this game.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
The best thing about this game...
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
No! The best thing about this game is just pissing this guy off.
Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Oh, man.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Alright, and guys, all of this, like, there's so much commentary, I can't really talk that much, but this game is just so brilliant with its commentary, like, it's just hilarious. So we're gonna keep on going.
A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Oh, so now I added a scoreboard. Worldwide Parable scoreboard. First place with... Oh, that's a lot of doors open. Oh my gosh. Did you know 31.3% of players skip the intro sequence? Only the worst 3% of players choose the blue door. Oh man, that's terrible. He just called me the worst 3% of players.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors?
Hell nah!
Honest answers, please.
Hell nah.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
You never know what you're gonna get with Stanley Parables. Like, there's so many different possible
endings. The baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
And this is the greatest game I've ever played in my entire life. We are going to let the baby burn. Die, baby!
Heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes. This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot. Well, Stanley, is this any better? At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house.
You guys wanted me to play Minecraft. Well, this is a guy to play Minecraft for you.
No, here. And then...
Oh, this guy sucks at building, though. Like, honestly. Bruh.
Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete.
He looks terrible.
Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy.
Stanley hates this.
But you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience.
Well, then open the door for me,
step
baby.
inside and make yourself
Open the
comfortable.
door. Oh, yeah.
Isn't
This
it
is so
grand?
comfy.
Isn't it perfect?
Yep.
It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
Alrighty, well, it's time to go mining, it looks like. Let's try to kill ourselves. Let's jump from this height.
Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
Wow.
Oh, no,
iron!
This
I
is
love
far
iron.
more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all.
No, we have to go deeper.
5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
Rest in pepperonis. That's too bad. I really was looking forward to playing more Minecraft. I love Minecraft. Oh, this looks like Portal.
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it.
Great. Wait, can I see my reflection?
Trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
Dang it. I won't go to the toilet. Let's put the cup in the toilet at least. There we go. Ha! Cups in the toilet. We're bringing the radio with us. Hey, this is great. This is great. You can play Portal without even buying Portal.
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte.
That is my forte, baby. You bet it's my forte.
Genius. No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty.
No, I want to play
don't care
more!
much to see you stumble through any more of these games, and I highly doubt you're any wiser for the experience. Which is why, rather than continue to waste my time, I'm just going to leave you here. You can pretend you've beaten the game if it makes it any richer for you, but as for me, I've had enough. So, why don't you get cozy in this room, and if you have any grand revolutionary ideas for the perfect video game, you can just sit there and let it ball up inside you for all eternity. I don't need your advice. I don't need your ratings. And I certainly don't need the validation of a man whose job is to push buttons. I think I'll just go about my business, making meaningful cultural contributions to the world. And perhaps every now and then I'll think back to a man named Stanley who was objectively wrong in every decision he ever made. The thought won't last long. Goodbye, Stanley. Good luck with your work, and I sincerely hope that everyone lives happily ever after.
Oh my gosh. This game is just so incredible. Like, there's just so many different endings. Oh, my radio's here. Oh, that's awesome. I didn't actually know it would last. That's really cool. Oh, baby. But yeah, like, every decision you make creates a different possible ending that can happen. And it's just really, really cool. And I just really wanted to share this game with you guys because it's just so fun and exciting. What's going on now? This looks kind of spooky. I feel like I've just dropped into a horror game now, which honestly I might have. It is actually nice though. Now that he's not talking, I can actually talk to you guys. So this is really cool. Finally, I can bring out all the commentary, you know. Oh baby, I really don't know who's still watching, but if you are still watching, thank you very much for continuing to spectate the spectacle. This thing that is life.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Alrighty, so that was the Stanley Parable, guys. That was just one of its many endings. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to sidekick the like rating in the knee, like a knight. Subscribe to join the Nighthood today, and let me know if you want to see another Stanley Parable, another one of the amazing endings that this game has to offer. But yeah, hopefully you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you all next time.